So with that being said, I want to ask all three of you ladies a question. Give me the number one thing that you think they could do as a company, not just with Evolution, to try and draw in more female fans. Krystal, I'll start with you on the end there and we'll work our way back. So what's the number one thing you think they could do to draw in more female fans?
I guess just give the women more of everything, more TV time, more advertisements, more backstage segments, just give them their time.
Okay. Final Boss Baby, do you agree with that? Or is there something else that they could do to draw in female fans more specifically?
Yeah, I definitely do agree with that, with Krystal. But also, I think they need to go back to having those role models again for the young girls. Because remember, back when Bayley was in NXT, she was the hugger. She had the more of a role model. Now, granted, it's still in her song, but is she really the role model now? A lot of girls looked, to Bianca. Of course, she got injured, and now she's really kind of moved from that because, she's tied up with things with Naomi. But they need to have that role model again for the young girls. At one time, of course, remember Becky used to be a very young model back when she was more, of a face. We don't really have that role model character anymore. A lot of women now, they look great, they're powerful, like Jay, like Bianca, but they also, if they're not powerful, they're sexualized. So, which is, that's okay, but that's going to draw more so for the men because they want to see a powerful female that looks attractive in doing so, right? Everyone loves to see an attractive girl do something great, but that doesn't pull in, your younger fans, your younger girls, that role model. They have to have that balance where we have, these great gladiator looking women, these beautiful women, and also beautiful women that are role model. And how do you do that? They all can do it. They don't have to change the roster. They have to just change the character and change how they present them. And I think that's how you get those women. Because if you look at now, a lot of young girls grew up on a lot of those legends. Like Lita was a good example of that. Molly Holly was a good example of that. But then you also have the people on the other side, your Trish Stratus, which was more geared towards the men, the Kelly Kellys of the world. So you kind of have that balance. And right now, we're kind of missing that.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I can understand that point. LadyAlpha, you started the question, so we'll end with you. What do you think is the number one thing they could do to bring in more female fans?
Well, showcasing the talent. In other events, more advertising. I don't see a lot of advertising for WWE anywhere except on Netflix during a match or during a show, or on SmackDown during a show or in NXT. But there's the promotions, the like you said, role models, and putting the female stars in places where there can be interaction with fans, the younger female fans. And the thing that sticks in my craw the worst is the merch. I spent 2.5 hours going through the merch trying to find something that I wanted, that I would be willing to wear. And basically, to me, the women's line that they have right now, the only thing that's feminine about it are the leggings. I've never seen a man wear leggings, so I'm gonna unless they're in the ring. But
I mean, if it's gonna make my legs look good, I may try them. I'm not opposed to it.
But yeah, the basically all they've done is they've taken men's clothes, sized them down, and put them as the woman's line. And I just think they need more of a variety. And socks. Who the hell wants to wear socks? I know some women like socks. I don't like socks. I don't like socks. I have a lot of socks. I don't wear them unless I have to. Usually when it's snowing.
She said, usually when it's snowing. That's Ohio, though, man. Come on.
To that whenever she's done.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Lady Alpha talked about having better merch, and that is a great point because a lot of their shirts, they're men's shirts, but they just made them a smaller size. It's exactly what Lady Alpha said. The other piece to that is that when you see a lot of men on a show, you can go to the shop, weshop.com, and find exact replica of that shirt. It's a little bit more difficult on the women's side. You want to know why that is? Because they're not wearing WWE shirts. They're wearing customized gear and lingerie. So obviously weshop.com is not going to have that. So what they're going to have is just a plain shirt with a logo. It's not going to be what you see the woman on TV actually wearing. So they need to also kind of have it where, hey, on certain days, at least have the women at least put the shirt on, maybe take it off and then be sexy, as they walk down the ramp, but have something that actually, I see it on TV. Now I want to actually buy it. And even so, what week was that? I think it was 2 weeks ago. Nikki Bella came out. She had like an all rhinestone blinged out baseball cap. And I wanted that. And I could not find it. They didn't have it. They just had just a regular fearless, regular style hat, regular size, regular style tee. It was not a crop top like she wears. It wasn't a blinged out like base cap that she wore. So I was like, do I really want this? And that's kind of the issue that we have is we want to buy something that you see on TV. Like, for example, if you're a Roman fan, he comes out with a new OTC shirt. It's the exact same one that you see him wear on that episode. It's not the same for women. I can't name a woman on there who has a shirt right now that I can buy on weshop.com that I've seen them wear in the last few months. I can't name one. And if you can, then the floor is yours, but I can't.
For me, it's not who's wearing it, though. That's a good point, that they're not wearing it so they don't see it on TV. But I mean, just it doesn't have to be the gear. It really doesn't. Because let's be honest, I wear some questionable things, or some things that are not so, I wouldn't say questionable, but tank tops, they have all kinds of different cuts, different styles of shirt that they could put on there that would appeal better than just the boxy men's t-shirts or the unisex t-shirts. Let's be fair, because I've dealt with Gildan before, so I know they do unisex shirts. But yeah, tank tops and things like that. And the hat was a good point. Very good point, because I love the hat.
Yeah, because you can get 37 versions of John Cena's hat, but not that version of Nikki Bella's.
Right. Exactly. And I like the sparkles, that. So
yeah.
Here's an example. This is what I ended up with.
What is that?
It's a mommy shirt.
Yeah. This is for mommy. And the back is kind of cool, but I just don't like the fit. It's too big. It's too baggy and bulky. This is not a woman's shirt.
So thoughts on merchandise? I know you get a lot of especially OTC and stuff like that merch, but anything else?
Yes, because I have to buy the men merch because, like my ladies say here, the women merch is just not appealing. It's not really appealing. And then I also had the issue. My daughter, she's a big Bianca Belair fan. Yeah, I think y'all seen the videos. She loves, but I couldn't even find merch to get her because they don't have like really kid sizes, really, So it's just difficult. It's tough. So my sister, she actually customized shirts. So most of my wrestling gear, my sister makes because I just can't find anything online.
Definitely. So Triple H, if you're watching, get on it. Let's get some more women's merch out there, guys.